Alright, so today I'm going to be flint knapping. We have a couple tools here, deer antler, a lock, and a flathead screwdriver. Flint knapping is using a piece of flint or obsidian. But I'm just gonna work on this piece for today. So I think you're supposed to kind of work around the edges, kind of like that or something, but a little bit harder. So I think we're gonna get to it now. Alright, so while I'm pounding on the edges, while I'm hitting the edges, is to kind of make it sharper there. So I'm going to use the lock, go around the edges, and then I'm probably going to use this, the antler, and then I'm going to go to the flathead screwdriver probably, but I'm just going to keep doing that. And I guess after I get a while, I might flip it and do the other side, but I'm just gonna do this side for right now. So I'm going to try to, at the end, I'm going to try to make it into a tip, an arrowhead. So that's what I'm going to try to do. Try the deer antler here. Might be a little bit hard since it's a whole deer antler. So I'm just going to bring that forward and try. Alright, so I'm kind of using the deer antler to kind of make little serrations to make it sharper. So it's getting pretty sharp on the edges here where I've been using the deer antler. So I think I'm just gonna walk around and then start trying to make it into the shape of an arrowhead. So that's what I'm gonna do, I guess. So here's where I'm at, right there. So I actually found this shed and a skull or a mouse chewed on it there a little bit. Like there though, this was on here, but it chewed on it like it is there. So my dad helped me break that off since it was a little bit hard trying to do it like that. So now I just have this piece to do it. So it should make it a lot easier to do it. And then we also have this piece over here that broke off that we could turn into a small game piece. So we might do that a little bit later, but for right now I'm gonna work on this one. Alright, so what I'm doing here, I'm taking this little tiny flathead screwdriver, putting it on the piece that's where I want to chip, and then hitting the end with the lock, so it'll chip off little pieces. So I'm gonna switch back to the deer antler. Alright, so I'm going to try kind of pinching it here and hitting it like this. So hopefully that will work. You also want something other like this. I'm using this, it's for forging because we have a forge in the basement. So, but I'm using it for this. So kind of like that and trying to hit like here, like this. Alright, so starting to get it into a smaller shape here. that's kind of what it looks like. So I might try to go back to the lock for a little bit and try to actually start to form it. So that's what I'm going to try to do. Alright, so I've probably been working on it about 20 to 30 minutes, and that's what I have right now. That's what it looks like. So it's starting to kind of take its shape. So I just kind of need to thin this down here somehow and kind of add serrations here to the edges. So that's what I'm going to do. This is actually my first time doing it. I'm just adding the serrations now. But I think that's probably going to be about it for today's video. That's what it looks like. I'm getting some scrap pieces and I'm trying to turn them into some small game points. It's turned out a lot better. These are the materials that I used to make that one. Just the antler and the lock. That's kind of what it looks like. So I think thin is probably better. It's easier to add those serrations, but it would also break easier. So, you know, not exactly sure thicker or thin is best. I'll try to get in between about a medium, but this one turned out pretty good.